Good morning, folks. Mr. Garry here from GBL, the old church, 5-acre homestead, with an update on that small wooden frame greenhouse that I'm building over my shoulder right here. The roof is all sheeted in with some very, very thick plastic, so that's a great thing. The side is done, ready for some gently used vinyl siding that I picked up very, very cheaply a little while ago. So hopefully, God willing, I'll get that siding on today. I'm going to use this video now to share with you what I've done over the past couple of weeks, because it's been a while since I've done an update on this wooden frame greenhouse. So we'll do that for sure. I'll share with you our raised bed garden that's growing like a weed. Our potatoes are doing very, very well. I'll take you around the property, share a few things with you, and if you're lucky, I'll share my birds with you. We have turkeys, we have broilers, Cornish cross hens that we're going to be slaughtering in a few weeks' time. We also have some laying hens who have already told me they've laid a few eggs. So I'm going to share all of that with you. So stay with Mr. Garry here at GBL, the old church, 5-acre homestead. I said it was a small wooden frame greenhouse. The actual dimensions, inside dimensions, is 20 by 30, but the overall outside dimensions is 33 feet by 22 feet. So there you have it. The heaves were finished yesterday with some strapping. So that's all done. I put on my vinyl corners. I had a couple of pieces of vinyl corners laying around, so I put those on, all ready for some gently used siding, which hopefully I'll get done today. Some eave trough is going on as well. Here's some eave trough that I had lying around and picked up, and I cleaned this yesterday. So that's all ready to go on. So hopefully we'll get that on. Let's go inside, because we did manage to plant some veggies that we had in the house and in the garage, and we moved them out here into some large totes. We did that a few days ago, myself and Miss Betty. So they're growing. This is some cabbage on the inside and some turnip on the outside. A little bit small, but they'll grow over the next few months for sure. Still a lot of time left yet. We have all of August and all of September, so 60 more days for sure, and perhaps a few weeks into October. So we'll see how that goes. Here in these red totes, we have some cucumbers, some peppers that are growing as well, and we have some tomatoes. We have some Tiny Tims right there, and the rest are just your regular Manitobas or Scotias. I'm not sure. I'll have to check that out. But there they are. They're growing. I put those strings up yesterday, so they'll grow up those strings. And they're safe in here now. There's lots of heat in here. I have a thermometer. Let's go check the temperature in here this morning. It's only 6 a.m. yet, so I'm up early, and we'll check the thermometer. Here we go. It's saying right now on this thermometer, it's around 14 degrees, 13, 14 degrees, which is a bit low. It should be up to about 20 for sure. Here's a few more cabbages that are growing here as well. You'll notice that I've been making use of pallets. Got lots and lots of pallets. And in fact, most of this wooden frame greenhouse has been built with pallets. There's one large pallet right there, and all the pallets along the front of the greenhouse. Look at that. So lots of pallets being used, as well as some local lumber. Now, let's go up to the raised bed garden that I also made from pallets, and have a look at our sugar snap peas that are starting to crawl up the trellis. In fact, I had to train a few. Yesterday. So I just take them gently, and there's a little hook under tentacles, and you can hook them in, and they'll grow up that trellis now, and won't be that long, and we'll have some sugar snap peas to enjoy. A couple hanging baskets with strawberries growing, and I think there's a bunch of strawberries over here. Look at that. They're growing really nice. Hopefully they'll turn red very soon. Look at the raised beds of potato. Look at that. Doing awesome in this raised bed. This is a pallet bed. All pallets. That's what I've used to make these beds. So there's a bed of potatoes growing. There's another bed of beets growing very, very well. Okay, and another bed of beets right here, also growing well. Another bed of potatoes is also growing well. And our carrots, slow to come, but they are coming just the same. Look at that. Okay, so hopefully over the next 60 days or so, this will turn into some carrots. Now I'm going to pick, there's a weed there, so I'll pick that out of there. Get rid of that. Okay, so there you go. Miss Betty planted a few of the potato seeds that we had left over in some milk crates, and they're all growing as well. Look at that. So we'll get a few potatoes out of that. Now, I've been working on another project, and I'll share that with you. Back here at the end of this part of our property, I've been making this project right here. I haven't yet told you what it was, but I'm guessing you can probably tell. There's a pallet laid down there that needs to be attached. We'll get that done over the next little while. And this little frame done right here. I already have some bedding from our turkeys and broilers. Put in there because I cleaned out their pens a few days ago, and I threw the bedding in here. That will compost down and turn into a very, very rich soil or compost or fertilizer for our veggie plants. Okay, now this is the back of the large greenhouse, all done as well. You can see that. Again, lots of pallets, and I have an opening back here for coming outside toward the back. This is where we're going to keep our soil. Some more heave trough pieces and some J trim that I'll be using. And if I take you toward the back, and I'll show you some used siding that I picked up. Look at that. There's a large pile of siding back here. Most of that is going to go on the greenhouse, and I'm thinking I might even put some of it on those raised beds up there that I showed you just a second ago. There's Clementine in all her glory. She's worked like a dog this summer, building this land and leveling off the land, doing a tremendous job. Here's our herb garden along the front of the Taj Mahal chicken coop. And here's our girls in here this morning. Good morning, girls. Let's go in and have a quick look. This is our laying hens. This is where they spend their time. That's their food container down there. And their salad tray, which needs to be cleaned. And we keep their water up this end. And I usually try to top that up, which is a good thing. And because it rained last night, and I keep a bucket right here underneath this eave trough that I have set up there, I have some fresh water now, some rainwater that I can put in their watering container. Okay, here's our herb garden. Look at that. Look at that. I forget what this is called now. I think it's cilantro. And it's starting to bolt and go into flower, but it's a beautiful plant. Okay, that's lemon balm, I do believe, right there. There's some celery along the front, some Greek oregano and Italian oregano growing there as well. There's some thyme, some rosemary. This one is parsley. This one is dill. This one is basil. And this one is our chives. And we have a periwinkle, I believe it's called. A periwinkle. It flowered, but it's not doing too well, it don't seem like. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. And here's a few carrots that I planted a while ago. Now, our girls are getting ready to lay. It's still quite early, so maybe no eggs. We'll see. We'll see. Any eggs yet, girls? Oh, we have a girl in on the nest. Let's see if I can see what's going on in here. Okay, so we got an egg in there already. And we have a girl down here getting ready to lay. So we'll get a few eggs throughout today. We have 15 chickens, and we usually get at least a dozen. We usually get a dozen eggs each day, so there you go. All right, girls, get laying so I can come out and get those eggs from you. Make sure that's toggled up, Mr. Garry, so they don't go nowhere. Now, there's that. I wanted to show you the broilers and the turkeys, and for that, we have to go around the big old garage, or barn I call it, and share with you some of the mess I got. All the pallets that I've got. So I've been using pallets, and I've been taking the pallets apart using my pallet buster. There's my pallet buster. Look at that. If you don't have one of those and you take pallets apart, then you're behind the times. You need to get yourself one of those pallet busters. They are awesome, awesome indeed. More pallets, more pallets. Okay, so here's the big old doors that I built last year, myself and Devin. And I'm gonna open that up. There you go, open the toggle on that and open the hatch. Come on, come on. Let's go inside and have a look around in here. Oh my God, look, some of my turkeys it's the broilers. The broilers are out. Get back in there. Get back in there. Oh my goodness, I gotta get those in. Folks, I'll get those in and I'll come back. Okay, that was a bit exciting. I was able to get them all put back in. It only took a few minutes. They follow me around now. So everywhere I go, they follow. So it's almost like they've got this imprinting going on. They think I'm their mom or something. So they follow me around like a farmer. These broilers, there's 40 of them there. They are fed very, very well. I just topped up their water as well. So I'm going to feed them now. I've got 4 trays on the go here. And like I said, they are fed very, very well. We do 12 and 12, which is the advice from a lot of other people who raise broilers. So throughout the day, 12 hours, we check on them. We keep their food topped up so they're not going hungry. And then in the evening, we take the food trays away. And then during the night, they rest. And then hopefully, then the next day, all goes well. I'm trying to go inside now. And like I said, they come around my feet. Look at that. And I got to try to be careful, but I don't step on them when I move around. Now, they're very hungry. Even though I didn't take away their food till about 7 or 8 o'clock last night. So it hasn't actually been 12 hours. It's been more like 10. Okay, so I'll give them this one first. Okay, this one was a salad tray that I repurposed into a food tray. Now, girls, or guys, because I'm not quite sure now. Okay, I'll sneak it down. There they go. Look at that. It's a feast day for them. Look at them all there in the corner. Now, let's go over here and lay down another tray. Oh, there you go. There's a bunch gone over there. So I got 4 trays, and if you do the math, it should be roughly 10 birds to a tray. All right, so let me get the other tray, and I usually put that one over here. And they, yeah, there you go, look at that. So they're all spreading out. They're all spreading out, going from feed tray to feed tray. So we've got, like I said, about 4 little bunches on the go here now. So everyone gets some food. And a few of them are a little bit greedy and they get in the tray. But it's not too bad. I think we have 9 there. And it's easy for me to count into 4 bundles too. So I think we got 9 over there. 9 in that one. And 8 there, that's 17. 3 is 20. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And we have 10 over here, so we're all good. There are 40 alive and well, so that's great. So the broilers, the Cornish cross chickens or hens, whatever you want to call them, have been fed. I'm going to put the cover on the water so no one falls in there and drowns throughout the morning while I'm working on the greenhouse. But here they are, all 40 getting their morning feed, and they'll be fed, as I said, throughout the day several times. Now, next up are our turkeys. Sadly, we did lose 3 during the first week when you're in the brooder, but they're out here now, and all 17 are doing well. And again, they were fed yesterday throughout the day, and I leave their containers down, and they still have food left in their trays. So they're not eating as much as the broilers. So I guess they've been bred differently. But I'll check on their water situation because I want to make sure that their water is good. Here's their water. Yeah, so their water is still about half full. So they've got lots of water. They've got a little bit of food. I'll come out and clean that up because there's probably a little bit of feces in there. This guy picking up the screen. So 17 large white American turkeys. And that's going to be our Thanksgiving dinner, our Christmas dinner birds. So here you have it. Now, I got that secured with a garbage bucket, making sure that I need to get a latch on it. But it's secured there with a garbage bucket. Now I got to make sure that these little guys don't get that door open. So I'll put that bucket there. I got a bucket of water here. I'm going to bring that over here next to the gate. So I don't think they'll get that gate open. Again, I'll probably have to put a latch on that. But now I think that's good. I'll be watching them throughout the day anyway. So there's the meat birds, and there are the turkeys. We can go around the other way because I have a back door here as well. So we can go out here. Now, we're back this way. So here's that siding again. It's not a bad day. It's a bit overcast. We did have a lot of rain over the last few days, which is always good for the vegetables. And back to the greenhouse. I'm going to be working on the greenhouse today. Hopefully, I'll get the siding on the front of the greenhouse today. Right here. And I might even get that heave trough on. We'll see. So that's the plan. I'll do an update as we go along. Folks, do appreciate you following along. It's very important that you tune into our channel and that you follow these updates here at GBL, the Old Church 5-Acre Homestead. We do lots of homesteading type videos. I did manage to take a break on Friday, and I went for a beach walk and found lots and lots of interesting treasures along the beach nearby. So that's good. There you go. That's an update for you on the wooden frame greenhouse. It's, as I said, 20 feet wide by 30 feet long. And hopefully, with any luck, as I said, I'll get the siding on the front anyway today. Oh, Mr. Garry here. Before I go, I want to wish you all a very, very happy day. Enjoy your day wherever you are. Get outside. Go for a walk. Do something productive. Enjoy your time. It's very, very important. I do appreciate you stopping by our homestead. We share videos with you often. If you like it, great. Do give us the thumbs up. Subscribe. Share our videos. Leave a comment. We're always interested in knowing where you are coming from. I think someone messaged me yesterday from Kenona, somewhere in BC. I'm not sure how it's pronounced now. Kenona, I think it is something like that. Anyway, and we had a new friend come from the Philippines yesterday. So we're always getting new subscribers joining our YouTube channel, our family. And we do appreciate every single one of you who join the GBL family. We appreciate that so very, very much. I think we have nearly 1 million views now, so that's great too. And we almost have 4,000 subscribers to our channel. And we've only been doing this for a few years. So that's awesome, awesome indeed. Again, you have a blessed day, and we'll see you in another video very, very soon. Mr. Garry signing out. Take care, folks, and God bless.